Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for May 24th of 2025 is titled Deimos Before Sunrise. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image from the surface of the planet Mars. So the planet Mars there in the foreground, and up in the sky we see a number of stars and objects, but three specific ones are labeled and circled here for you. And those include one of the moons of Mars known as Deimos. Now that is the brightest object we see in the sky here. And it is not a large object, but it is bright because it is so close to Mars, which makes it appear bright. So here we're looking a little bit before sunrise, and we can see that. Plus we can see several of the stars in the constellation of Leo, including the bright star Regulus off just to the left of Deimos. Now, Deimos does orbit around Mars just as our own moon orbits around Earth. However, it orbits much closer to the planet and has a much shorter orbit, taking only a little over 30 hours to orbit around the planet once. And what that means is that it's going to appear to move faster relative to the stars. A Martian day is about 24 hours, a little more than that, 24 and a half hours long, and that's going to make Deimos appear to drift slowly across the sky relative to the stars. And our own moon does this, but at a much slower rate. So if you watch the positioning of the moon, you can see easily from day to day how it changes. Deimos, you'd be able to see it a lot faster as it appears to change. Now, this image again also shows those stars, and if you look around at it, you can actually see a number of other stars present as well. Now, this was taken by the Perseverance rover on the 1,433rd sol of its mission. Now, a sol is a day on Mars, about 24 hours and 40 minutes. So we measure it relative to that, not how many Earth days it has been there, but how many Martian days that it has been on Mars. So this was over its 1400th day, and it is still going strong. In fact, the Curiosity rover is well beyond that, having been there almost a decade before Perseverance arrived, and has been there far more days. But here we have an image taken with 16 different images that were then combined together to really allow us to see the detail that we need. As you remember, this is taken at night on Mars, so in order to see things, we need to take long exposures, and in a case like this, take multiple exposures and put them together. So this is exactly 16 images that were used, and then those were put together by from the navigation cameras and then put together into a single image to allow us to see not only Deimos, the moon of one of the moons of Mars, but also a number of stars, including the two we point out here, Regulus and Algeba, in the constellation of Leo. So that was our picture of the day for May 24th of 2025. It was titled Deimos Before Sunrise. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Beneath Jupiter. So we'll see what this is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.